What is up, beautiful people? What is up? What is up? I probably sound like I'm screaming. Again, I'm living a nice home. It's open, 2-story, and it's a lot of windows. We do have stuff on the walls, but I have a loud voice anyways, so I'm not yelling. Not yelling. But I am I am fucking pissed off. So I'm going to be talking about the Nancy Guthrie case and an ex-FBI agent by the name of Jennifer Coffindagger. I found her on YouTube at the beginning of the Nancy Guthrie case because she was on Joe Pags, P-A-G-S, and I've been following him since his inception of YouTube. And he's ex-law enforcement. So he brings on a lot of these ex-FBI or ex-whatevers. Nobody's active that he interviews. They're all exes. And he just wants their opinions, their sources. Everybody wants to know about Nancy Guthrie. Why we're spending all of our resources on one 84-year-old lady that we're not allowed to ask questions about. Well, guess what, Jennifer fucking Coffindagger? We're going to have more questions. So I am telling y'all, my original YouTube page, I will link my video in the description. I just went off on Jennifer Coffindagger, and I don't do that. I don't do that ever. But for weeks, Joe Pags told everybody to go follow her and only listen to her about information on Nancy Guthrie. When she doesn't even work in the FBI anymore, she doesn't know the Guthrie family at all. So I'm like, okay, let's see what this bitch is talking about. So she was talking about nothing. Just like Nanos and everybody else. She says a lot of words, but she's not actually saying anything. I made one post live about Nancy Guthrie with y'all. I did not monetize that video. I did not. I do not monetize any videos I do where I am helping to look for missing people. Any videos I do where I am helping to look for missing people or good Lord, working in a legal capacity, if you will. I do have access to databases that the general public does not, because I used to be a bail bondsman, to databases that the general public does not, because I used to be a bail bondsman. House and pull all these videos. Sorry, my doctors, Kelsey Siebold all day long. So anyways, when I come on, I was reached out to by somebody close to the Guthrie family. Annie specifically. Annie and me and I don't know these people. I had never heard of them until my alarms go off for breaking news because I cover true crime. My alarm goes off and it's like, missing 84-year-old woman, oh my God, Savannah Guthrie. And I'm like, I go online and everybody's like, holy shit, pissing blood everywhere. Like, we got to find Nancy Guthrie. And I'm like, you woke me up at 12:01 in the morning to talk about an 84-year-old lady. Why? Why is this headline fucking news? Why? I am that person. That's why my husband collaborates with me and we created Please Excuse Her. Because I am a true Gen Xer. I don't care about people's feelings being hurt. I am going to say what everybody else is thinking. I'll take the heat for it. I don't care. But Jennifer Coffendacker did something just now that is rocking the psychic medium true crime community, and now we're being harassed. What time is it now? So 3 hours and 20 minutes ago, this dumb lady says on her tweet or her ex, whatever, this long thing, and you can go follow her and look at her tweet. I tweeted her about 30 posts under there. And I said, you know what? I'm tired of yelling at the fucking TV. I'm going to go and yell because everybody else is yelling about Nancy Guthrie too. How many other people have gone missing? Why are we not talking about the alien master himself who went missing? Donna Kelsey is getting 6 windows and 12 windows and 6 doors. TMZ, breaking news exclusive. Exclusive. Front page news, Donna Kelsey renovating. Oh my God. Then he finds out 6 doors and 12 windows. And now he's being made the laughingstock. Well, let me tell you what. Harvey Levin has been a laughingstock since the People's fucking Court. He is a one-sided, one-dimensional bot, is a nice way I could say it. He has laser focus on one thing. And if you tell him something different, his narcissism and his pride will put you down and make you feel like you're stupid because I'm a lawyer. Okay, cool. So I posted my notes that actually ran fucking to the last card I pulled. And I showed y'all my notes for everyone to see. I even tagged the FBI. I, for the record, have a claim number with the FBI on this case. So I have a right to speak about it. But you all have a right to speak about it. You all have the right to ask questions. Well, according to fucking Jennifer Coffendacker, we are making these videos, and she made a factual statement. She did not put, in my opinion, or allegedly. She is on Twitter claiming that myself and people in my community, including the true crime sleuths that are not trained and we are ignorant, we're making thousands. She said thousands a day. You should go watch the video I just posted about Jennifer Coffendacker. Jennifer Coffendacker did not have a YouTube video. Nobody knew who she was until Joe Pags called his friend, ex whatever, FBI whatever, polyester suit wearing, whatever. She's FBI, was FBI at one time. Knows nothing about the fucking case. But he deems her the source to go to. Why? We have actual FBI agents working the case. Don't we? That's what you told me. But when we ask about Annie and Tommaso, that shit gets shut down so fucking fast. Annie and Tommaso, their bankruptcy paperwork is for the public to see. You can look it up. It is why they were arrested first. They were taken in first. Not just because Tommaso dropped her off. It's also why they still have the car. And she's posting all these YouTube videos monetized, and she's making people pay for memberships for behind the scenes footage that nobody else is going to know. And basically you're paying for more bullshit that she doesn't know. So who's making money here, FBI? I want to know. And if you're going to make a bold ass statement like that while you're threatening to sue, now the other psychic lady on here, she did not do, I don't know what she was thinking. They're suing her for millions right now, and rightfully so. But you can't tell us, we have to say allegedly and in our opinions, and then you turn around and make a bold ass statement saying that me and my community are making thousands a day. If I was making thousands of dollars a day, I wouldn't be sitting in my sitting room yelling at my phone. That is defamation of fucking character if I've ever seen it. That is slander. That is libel. Like the list goes on. I don't have to have FBI's and triangle flags and wear my shirts. Probably, I think she's been retired for like 20 plus years. Nobody is going to listen to you more because I have cows and I'm not FBI. Then you say, ask me your questions. I'm the person who knows absolutely nothing about the case, by the way. Doesn't even live in the area. It's so disgusting. So I finally had enough of this. She made this tweet. That gave me the entry to slide right in there. We do not, I'm going to speak for myself. Am I a part of a clan? Have I been a part of a clan that did this on a grander scale to find missing people and find out why people self-exited? I have been on some very, very, very tough cases and have taken on very, very, very tough clients. I've never charged a client more than $40 a day in my life, and it's for food and gas. Never have I charged a client. And some of them I would go for, I would be on here for 12 hours on a Zoom call from a TikToker. 12 hours, same $40. Now, did I offer other packages? Yes. All very reasonably priced. Where are you going to go get an 100% accurate, thus far, medium for $60? Where? You're not going to find one. Not even in New Orleans in the French market. You're going to pay $60 for 2 cards. I don't do this for money. God blessed me with this gift to help people. That's it. I don't worship the devil, all this other crazy stuff. But we need to be asking these questions. And it hurts me because I turn her on in the morning and I mute it because I can't stand her. Can't. Oh, Karen joined. I'm the original Karen. Welcome. I can't stand the fact that there are people, 3, that I am waiting to get arrested. Like, they need to go to jail just for their thumbnails alone. That is hurting the family. JLR investigates. Homie was playing video games in December. He doesn't investigate shit but cheat codes. And now he posts this big ass manhunt, breaking news. He's done it. This is day 8. And then he holds it. He just sets his phone on the dashboard and like disappears and goes to get AC somewhere because they cannot be parked on that road or anywhere. They're going to have to hike it if they want to broadcast. And he says, breaking news, manhunt, Nancy Guthrie. The thumbnail alone is making him well over $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a day. The thumbnail alone. And he is doing nothing. They have asked this man repeatedly to get the fuck out of there. YouTube has told him to shut the fuck up. He knows nothing. He's just there causing problems. And what, Jennifer Coffindagger? Making profit off of this tragedy. I am not JRL whatevers. I am not. I've been here for over a decade doing my thing, and I don't have to have accolades behind me. My resume, my actions prove who I am. So when you sit on your TV, on your YouTube channel, and I'm watching you collect money as an ex-FBI agent, you should have a stash cash somewhere. Why are you collecting money on a case you know nothing about? And now you're offering memberships too and subscriptions? What's next? Hats, coffee mugs, and visors? You love a green visor. You tell us what you make your son for breakfast every day as if we give two shits. Because you make him the same thing every day. If I was your kid, I would be very bored with chocolate chip pancakes at this time in my life. Jesus Christ, lady, mix it up. So they're paying money, and for the first 10 minutes, we get to hear about your coffee, your chocolate chip pancakes, dropping your kid off to school. And I'm reminding y'all, she is the forefront person that Joe Peggs deemed the Nancy Guthrie ex-FBI agent, informative agent. She's the grandmaster. She knows nothing about this case. She doesn't even know Savannah. What the fuck? Who made you master? Joe Peggs. Joe Peggs, you are eating egg right now. Right now. That tweet just ruined your reputation because you put her on. And now I am demanding on my behalf and on behalf of the psychic community and as a whole, she needs to apologize and she needs to retract that fucking statement and say, if she says so-and-so is making annoyances and making this money, that's fine because she's not clumping a whole bunch of people together. Those people in her comments do not care where she gets her coffee, what she dreamed about. We already know her kid had chocolate chip pancakes because she tells us she makes him the same thing every single day for breakfast. That's fucking boring. 333 for our angelic people. We're going to claim our blessings. But that tweet brought me out. I was coming out here to do the David video. I have so much information about David, primarily because I live 15 minutes away from him and his family. They have been a nuisance since they got here. He's not from here. There's so much I got to tell you about David and Celeste. And when I did my video on Nancy Guthrie, I said, this is the only video I am going to do. This is the only time I am pulling my cards out of retirement, even though I don't need them. Y'all saw my notes. And you don't have to be psychic, or you don't have to be a trained body language expert. Go back and watch the second family video where they're pleading for the ransom. They're saying they're going to pay the ransom. And Savannah's in the middle, and this time her brother is to her. So it's Savannah in the middle. In the first video, it's Savannah, Annie, and the brother. In the second video, there is Savannah, the brother, and Annie. In that video, That bitch can't even look at the camera. She does not speak, and she looks like she's being held hostage. And that was, the public said, why does she look like she is guilty? She had guilt written all over her body, in my opinion. So Savannah works in media. She's very, very smart. I don't know her. I'm learning about her. And people I know in the media, like the real mainstream media, everything they do is strategic because they're being watched. That's kind of their whole premise. So Savannah's husband got out of Dodge because he knew he was fixing to be named in the Epstein files. All of these people get heads up. They're being called out now because they refused to be deposed. He was in another country, allegedly. He flew in on the latest flight and went and made sure they had a secret way for him to enter his own house. I'm going to scratch my head about that. And then you tell me, Jennifer Coffendacker, the FBI, ex-FBI lady, she swears, literally swears, that everything we're saying, oh my, my YouTube comments are blowing up. She is saying that Tommaso's band member, who he only met a year, well, no, he met him in 2013, this band member. And that band member and him got into some trouble. Tommaso got out of it. Homie took the fall for, as I told you in my notes, robbery, burglary, trafficking, kidnapping, and embezzlement. If I'm Savannah Guthrie, I have to be asking myself, you just have to ask yourself, right? Homie's already done serious time for this shit. They keep saying it's somebody that was very familiar. Duh. At the point in an investigation, when you call me, you have nothing, right? That's when the case is going cold. This case is too infant to go cold. So that is a ridiculous statement to make. And she's right. People should stop saying that. I'm still hardcore on Celeste Rivas Hernandez. I'm still trying to figure out, why am I looking for this 84-year-old lady? And I'll tell you why. There is something going on behind the scenes that they're trying to cover up. And to say Jennifer Coffendacker created her whole channel bashing dumbass Nanos, who is literally talking himself into a grave, in my opinion. She has talked so much shit. We all talk shit about him. He doesn't know his head from a hole, his ass in a hole, whatever that saying is. I'm so mad and wrapped up in the hyper head from a hole in the ass. But, in this very same tweet that pissed me off, she said, I repeat again, Sheriff Nanos said, and then she posts the green flyer that we all have seen. And a week later, when the FBI came in and said, what the fuck is going on here? They made a statement that you can go on YouTube and go see. It's out for everyone. The very first time the FBI addressed us, they said, Nanos misspoke. We are the lead now. We are working with them, but all questions and tips come to us. I repeat, no one has been ruled out a suspect. He said it 3 times. And every time he said it, he emphasized that includes family, immediate family, and immediate family friends. That was said by the FBI agent who is now in Tucson working this case allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly on that because I bust through conspiracy theories my entire life. I live for this shit. Because I am able to look at, I was blessed. I used to think it was cursed. I still go back and forth. Psychic people see the world differently. We are very objective. We question everything and we are highly observant. I can tell when anything has been moved in this entire house, even an inch. We are always aware of our surroundings. And I had a very tragic past where I do still suffer from PTSD. That's my journey. I don't tell you what I make every single day. If I'm cooking and right now with lupus, it sucks. I'll share. Y'all actually enjoyed the videos. I was shocked. Thank you for that. But I have a different channel for all of my true crime stuff. I have different channels for different things that I do. I have different audiences. That is how YouTubers and TikTokers make thousands of dollars a day without brands or endorsements. They create multiple streams of income. You open more than one channel. I am a very multifaceted person. Very multifaceted, and there's probably not a job I haven't done. I've been there, done that. I've hustled and grinded my entire life because I had to. And now this lady's going to come on and make a big ass statement, knowing that all of the people following Nancy Guthrie are now following her. And somebody taught her how to make thumbnails, or she's using ChatGPT. She's picking up YouTube pretty fast. So guess who's making thousands of dollars a day? Jennifer Coffindagger and all of your ex-FBI friends. Y'all haven't been able to bring on one active agent of any kind. Y'all tried to get an interview with Nanos, and he took it over because he's been shit on, and it rightfully so. If you don't have any answers, don't say anything. Say it's an active investigation. Obviously, we know. And 12 hours later, this dude is saying, oh, the family's cleared. It is March 13th today, by the way. Annie's car is still in impound under investigation. Now that is a fact. That is not alleged. I called the Pima. You can actually call Pima County now. They're already moved on. They don't give a fuck about Nancy Guthrie. I don't think he ever did. This was a political ploy for him. He had something to prove because he almost got beat by a lady by like 1,400 votes. And then there's the looming season 2 of this reality show. I'm just saying, there's so many different things. I know what I believe to be true. And I'm telling y'all, like I've told you before, if I'm ever wrong on anything that comes out of this crazy ass mouth of the South, I will be the first motherfucker to tell you I was wrong. I am sorry. I will probably drive to Savannah Guthrie's house and just pour down at her feet. When I am sorry, I give like 15-minute emotional apologies. But I can count on one hand how many times I've actually had to sincerely apologize, sincerely, and acknowledge that I was wrong. That's the first part. We got to get the ex-FBI to shut the fuck up and go do whatever. Go play pickleball. You don't know Nancy, Savannah, Annie, Tommaso. You have the same information that we have. Actually, our amateur sleuth selves, some of us have worked some of the biggest cases. My mom and I worked for the lawyers who did the Enron case. They've gotten me and my siblings out of trouble plenty of times. I am speaking for myself. I speak truth, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. At the point where a case is quote unquote going cold, which it takes years for cases to go cold, guys. Years. We're 7 weeks in. Calm down. Now, is she cold? Maybe. I don't know if she has a blanket. I know what I believe to be true, and I'm not going to say it because I don't want it to be true. But I have posted it. If it leads to Nancy, I will donate whatever money comes my way. You're hearing it first. I will donate it to a foundation that I'll let y'all vote on. I keep my word. I talk a lot. I talk in my sleep. And I yell at my TV all the time. I just decided to get up and start making money doing it. By telling the truth. All I do is cook and tell the truth and yell all day at the TV. At the idiocracies and just the mere fact that they think we are that stupid. I do not like anybody calls me stupid or patronizes me. I don't think anybody likes that. And so now I'm having to speak up because the people we're supposed to trust, they're lying to us. And the FBI agent X wants us to believe the one thing he said. The one thing he made a printout about, by the way, because it's the only thing they have. But I'm here to tell you, the FBI said no one is ruled out. No one, especially distant family, close friends of family. Especially those 3 departments of people. He didn't even list anything about gloves and all this other dumb shit. Now there's a story that came out today from Jennifer Coffindagger that some lady was walking on a dried up creek and found elderly clothes. Whoop-de-fucking-do. You also found 16 gloves and none of them look like Porch Guy. And why are we calling him Porch Guy? Because Jennifer Coffindagger started calling him Porch Guy. And she is the aficionado on all things Nancy Guthrie. And she has very strong opinions about us people who do things different and do crime different. You can't solve crimes today the way you could back when all these ex-FBI people are. What do they say? Go back to the drawing board. What are we missing? And 99.9% of the time, it was always the first instincts. They teach you from birth. You have your instincts for a reason. Now, I know you go to cop school and you get all stupid and you got a deductive reason and you know, I'm glad that I never became a legal person because I'm actually smart and I don't like people telling me how to observe, process, or think about anything, about anything. They are trained liars. They are trained manipulators. And rightfully so. But knowing that myself and watching you put TikTokers on blast, factually claiming in your words, not your opinion and not allegedly, your factual statement is that TikTokers following and putting up false information, it's not false until you prove it wrong. Answer the questions. Why are we not talking about their financial ruin? We all go through it. Let's open it up. If there's nothing to hide, why are we hiding it? Why is it March 13th? You know why they can't take the ransom? It got too big too fast. The original ransom was for a little amount of money, just enough money to get somebody out of a bankruptcy. Just saying, in my opinion, allegedly, that's where I would be looking. Guess what? The first two people taken in for questioning were Annie and Tommaso. And it wasn't just about the car. They had a fight at the dinner. That's why Annie didn't go. This is stuff that they've said to us. Nanos, at least. And the family fight at the dinner came out last week by an FBI agent, if I remember correctly. And I'm going to say allegedly because I saw it on YouTube. And I do know that it was an actual agent in Tucson that was giving breadcrumbs, which is how the case should be. But as a public, we have a Fair Information Act. And if you didn't know that you have it, you have it. You have access to the Epstein files. You just got to go download them. It'll take you about 20 sticks, 20 hard little dipsticks. I'm up to 19 now. This information is public knowledge. You can go look up everything that I am saying as far as documents and as far as them being suspects and as far as Annie's car still being under investigation. These are all facts. These are all facts that came from the Pima County Sheriff's Department. Now, what did Nanos do? He started attacking every Mexican with SWAT teams at night in a low light pollution area. He's randomly kicking in doors. If you were a burglar, and just to throw it out there, I am a convicted burglar. Granted, it was my uncle's house. Long story. Read the book. That is a very big felon. Okay? I know. I was charged with the same thing. It was a family matter. I didn't go kick down doors and arrest innocent people or steal shit that wasn't mine. So, that's what he did because he had already fucked up. He had already fucked up and cleared the family. He had to hurry up and find a suspect because I came out screaming. You cannot say that anyone is cleared, not even a dog, until you can show proof of why this person is cleared and why this person is in handcuffs. And then you turn that case over to a jury of their peers and we vote. That's how it works. In the ex-FBI world, they have their minds made up, what's fact and what's not knowing any fucking thing about the case. They're off doing whatever ex-FBI members do. They don't do cases anymore. They consult on cases, because of their expertise and their knowledge. I'm not taking that away from them. I can't. Just like she can't take away what we do. And to specifically call out TikTok, what the fuck you're not even on TikTok. What the hell? I'm so sick of everybody being lied to. We need to be talking about the alien files. I don't give a fuck about the Epstein files. And I'm going to tell you why. He isn't the first. He's definitely not the last. It's just something that happens. And it's sick, and it's vile, it's grotesque, it's words we can't even come up with. But we can't stop it. I have the damn emblem tattooed on my hand saying in the trafficking, sex trafficking, human trafficking. That's how strongly I feel about it. Because I was a part of that world. So I can speak on that. So if I'm sitting here making thousands of dollars a day, do you think I would want to spend an hour of my day explaining to the free community of the United States and abroad that they're being lied to? Because if I don't tell them, they only are going to believe what the mainstream media is telling them. They're only going to cover stories that they want covered. Now, Donna Kelsey getting her house remodeled, while somebody probably got fired over that post, it was fun. It was so fun to turn on the news and laugh. Turn on the news and just laugh at something. Because I can't remember the last time I heard anyone laugh. I laugh hysterically every day. And if you catch me on a really good day, I have what's called bronchial spasm, where literally they have to hold me up because my diaphragm flips and I actually can't breathe. I love laughter. 2026 has been a fucking shit show. And I'm in Houston, Texas. We have the most perfect weather right now. And I've got to come in here, have to. When you attack an entire community for one or two people, what did they teach you at Quantico? I know they taught me in elementary, preschool, elementary, junior high, and high school. You can't judge a whole batch of apples because one's rotten. They teach that specifically to the people who wear a badge to protect and serve me. Protect and serve you. Not come up with false narratives in your free time, butting into investigations you know nothing about, going online, collecting money. You are gaining financially off of a tragedy that you cover every fucking day, and you know nothing every fucking day. So I'm just dying to know what the behind the scenes people that are paying $9.99 a month, what are you telling them? Because you nor any of your 12 friends know anything about Nancy Guthrie or Savannah Guthrie or the case. All y'all are giving is hypotheticals, which is what we're doing. And we're not making thousands of dollars a day doing it like you and your FBI friends. So, going back to your thing about suing the other psychic lady, I'm not that bitch. I am this bitch who will call you out, not in mentions. I will come and find you, and I will make sure that I use every hashtag AI can come up with. You will hear this statement because I join your stupid thing every day. For free. I'm not giving you one fucking cent. You're a liar. And worse, you're a trained liar. You're a trained manipulator. You're not an FBI agent anymore. You don't have to lie. You don't have to manipulate. And you damn sure don't have the right to judge. So, that is where I stand. The FBI, if you are on YouTube and you are watching any of these ex-FBI people, don't. The only reputable person, I have followed Nancy Grace my entire life. Everybody hates her, but I love her because I turned out to be her, and I'm so happy about that. Haters are haters because the truth hurts. Therefore, they get mad and go after the people who are exposing their insecurities. Replay that, rewind, replay, rewind, replay. Okay? That's a very important thing to just go in life knowing that. I may not be a law enforcement. I may not be military. I may not be a lawyer. I might not be a wannabe baby lawyer, Kardashian. I'm none of those things. But that doesn't make me less than Jennifer Coffendacker or Joe Peggs or anybody. Nobody. Because you don't know what the fuck I've gone to school for. You don't care to ask. You hear psychic and you're turned off. Look up Sylvia Brown. Sylvia Brown was an amazing mentor of mine in my Klan days. And yes, I'm going to make a video because Candace Owens opened the door for me to walk right through and speak my truth now. She has the Freemason Bible now. I could tell y'all about it and y'all would try to lock me up in a loony bin. But she opened the door. I have so many videos coming. But I really do like to do them over there on YouTube just because it's easier. But on here, they've added so many features in the last few years that I haven't been on here. I can just go to any of my filming stations and hit live and say whatever the fuck I want. So I'm just going to do it on both. Some people don't like YouTube. Some people don't like TikTok. So I've always put all of my stuff on all Instagram too. But I'm most active on TikTok. But for my shows, it's on YouTube. So there you have it, people. I don't need to tell y'all what I think happened or what I believe happened because I've already done that. And I'm not going to give her any fucking ammunition to say I'm over here making money on Nancy videos. If you gift me, again, it'll go to the... I will show you. I have shown people my bank statements. I have shown people my birth certificate. I will show you whatever the fuck you want to see. I have always been an open book. And my family hates me for that. But I'm not going to change. So you have to accept me. Or scroll. I don't care either way. If you are a part of a public that likes to be lied to and misinformed, and do you know that just yesterday, jihadists were shooting up, or I'm sorry, he was shooting from a van that was a bomb to a Jewish preschool. But we're still looking for Nancy Guthrie? You should be fucking thanking us that we're still saying her name. Because you're not covering all of the... I know about 21 Before I went to Sam's this morning, I have 21 attacks from jihadists here in the United States in the last 2 days. That doesn't include the ones that happened when the Ayatollah was murked. You're all being lied to, and you don't need a psychic to tell you that. Or maybe you do. A lot of people like to live with blinders on. My children and my husband, they have like concrete blinders. And I have to unplug sometimes. But it is very hard for me to unplug when there is so fucking.
But one the Marine at the Riverside job, it's not calling anybody.
I know.
It just switched over to my phone or something. I don't know. It's not calling anybody though.
No, this is my phone. iPhone.
Who are you calling?
Myself. That's what I'm saying.
But it's
It's pissing me off. Sorry, that was really weird.
anywho. But
Dismiss. It's recording, Dad. This is pissing me. I'm getting out of the car.
your mom might be asleep, so quiet going in. Anywho.